Babe, have you been noticing how the same lessons just keep showing up? Different people, same story. It's not bad luck, it's your shadow. And if you want to learn more about how to have your shadow work with you instead of against you, you're in luck. That is why I created Shadow Work Decoded, a 5-day guided journey to help you uncover the hidden patterns holding you back in love, work, and self-worth, and finally transform them from the inside out. Each day, you'll get short audios from me, journal prompts, and rituals that make deep healing easy and accessible. And dare I say, fun? Go to cosmicrx.com/shadow work or tap the link in the show notes to start today. Because once you decode your shadow, you unlock your true magnificent manifesting power. This week, the sky is serving transformation, intuition, emotional cleanup, and a little bit more cosmic excavation in case you haven't had enough of that already. Welcome to Cosmic RX Radio, a podcast that gives you real-life tools of spiritual empowerment and pure hype. I'm your host and intuitive guide, MADI Murphy. I'll be serving up your weekly energy readings, cosmic boss interviews, and astro inspiration. Are you ready to love yourself more, manifest your dream life, and own your magic? Let's jump in. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Cosmic RX Radio. You know the deal. It's me, your host, your high vibe hype woman, MADI Murphy. I'm going to be breaking down for you everything you need to know, the WTF of it all, what's happening in the planet, so you can use it to digest it, integrate it here on earth to align with your highest and hottest self. And if you've been feeling like your soul is in a group chat with your guides, your highest self, and they're all texting you in all caps, but you're like, I don't understand what you're trying to say to me, then same. Take a deep breath. We're going to unclench your jaw. We're going to soften your shoulders. And I am going to, what I hope is break down some of what you're feeling into actionable, empowered steps, tools, and tips, all prescribed to you by the planets. So let's get into your Cosmic RX. First, before I get into our moon report, before I get into our planetary planning, PSAs, we got to do the Virgo announcements. The Virgo and me has to tend to some housekeeping before we get into the good stuff. So we have so much going on. If you want to hang with me, if you want to learn with me, if you want to chit chat and yap with me, there's a lot of opportunities over the next few weeks. Okay. Let's see. November. Oh my God, I should have written this down. I'm such a kook. November 18th, if you're in the New York City area, I am doing an event at the Tibet House. It is free.com, and it's all about how to live in your cosmic zone. It's going to be a workshop. We're going to be signing my book there. I'm going to be breaking down some really cool things in astrology of how you can live in alignment with your highest and hottest self, okay? November 23rd, Rituals for the Revolution. We're talking grassroots activism meets some high vibe, somatic body work, and spell work to go viral against fascism. Check that out. And I'm going to be doing that amazing cosmic call for my multidimensional leaders at Apollo in January. That's January 9th through the 11th. So lots of fun ways to hang. We have some other fun announcements coming up. We are going to be doing a live vision board workshop, a vision boards that actually work workshop in December. But, we're still in Scorpio season. Before we get into all that Sag goodness, if you haven't done your shadow work, what are you doing? Honey, shadow work, it's not just homework. I'm not just giving it to you to like beat yourself up and think about like, oh, all the parts of me that are unhealed, and I need to look at them and, oh my God. No, honey, shadow work is so you can feel safe in your body and to dream really big. Shadow work is about feeling whole so you can realize that you're unstoppable, okay? This is like shadow work is the foundation of everything. And if you want to use the Scorpio season to truly become an alchemist, to realize that life is happening through you, not just to you, get on in. We have our shadow work decoded
mini course. It's 5 days. I'm talking some time with me, short audios, powerful prompts, rituals that make deep healing actually doable. Ooh, that's my type. And we're also talking about astrology because it's really hard to understand your shadow if you're unconscious to it. So we have some little astrological insight that will help you. And if you're feeling like the same patterns, the same people, the same relationships keep looping in your life, it doesn't have to be that way, okay? The link, everything to access everything I just mentioned is in those good old show notes. Okay. So let's talk to moon. I'm trying to be quick here because this week is one of those weeks in astrology that I'm like, OMFG. Let's talk about our moon report. Let's ground into our emotional weather, the self-care do's and don'ts for you as we go through the week, right? The moon connects us to our inner world, our emotional landscape. And by understanding what's going on with the moon, we can better understand what's going on with ourselves and therefore just show up for life feeling a little more aligned and empowered. On Monday, we will Libra moon. We're thinking about bringing harmony to our spaces, to our relationships. We're beautifying something. Make something more aesthetic in your life, okay? Beauty is not silly. Beauty is a spiritual practice. Text someone a peace offering. Choose grace, okay? Slow down long enough to just actually like tune into like what do you feel? What do you need to bring more harmony, more balance into your life and relationships? Don't, and this is a big don't from Mama Maddie, do not get involved in that disease to people, please, honey. We are going to avoid just saying yes or having to feel like you have to sacrifice all of your comfort to make someone else comfortable. If you care about everyone, don't you know that you are part of everyone? So what do you need first? And let's go from there, okay? We don't need to bend into a pretzel to keep the peace. Tuesday and Wednesday, where am I at? My notes. Scorpio moon. Oh, we got a Scorpio new moon, honey. Do feel your feelings. Go deeper. Like journal the hard stuff. Don't be afraid of it. Scorpio is ride or die. Scorpio is that bitch. Scorpio is like, let's bring things up to the surface in case you didn't notice. Scorpio season is bringing all the shit up, right? I don't care if you're like in the White House or your own house. Scorpio season does not want us living lies anymore. So let's follow our intuition. Let's let ourselves just look at the shit and give yourself space to process what is under the surface and know that, again, it has something golden, something beautiful to offer you. Don't spiral in secrecy. Don't be overly paranoid. Don't play emotional detective to the point where you're creating stories and narratives that don't even exist. Okay. Shadow work is healing. Just being a paranoid bitch is not, honestly. Thursday through Saturday, Sagittarius moon do. The do's we're going to want to think about is we're going to want to say yes to something inspiring, like do something that shakes the dust off of your everyday mundane life. Doesn't have to be expensive, okay? Go on a micro adventure. Learn something new. I don't know, move your body. Chat up someone at like a coffee shop and like one block over from your normal routine. Okay. Don't overpromise. Don't be yapping and flapping the mouth to the point that you're going to regret it. Okay. Don't escape like hard things that might have come up in the Scorpio new moon. We're not like spiritual bypassing ourselves or anyone else for that matter under that energy. And like your truth is powerful, but back to the yap and how it's coming out, it's like delivery matters. Just because it's important to share the truth with people doesn't mean you get to use it as like a blunt force object, right? Okay, and then Sunday, we have Capricorn moon days. Capricorn moon, we're rounding out the weekend with we're rounding. Okay, do not let the Capricorn moon day feel like you have to jump into Monday on Sunday. We're just going to think about how can I Capricorn live my own life? How can I Capricorn my peace, my home, myself? Can I put on that Capricorn boss bitch energy to set up my week for success? And can I choose one thing to just face head on with responsibility and so I can release it going into Monday? Can I ground myself down? Can I create structure that like supports my actual life? Can I fire someone who's just being a drag on my personal company's resources? No, but like think about that, right? Think about like the structure you need to feel more freedom this week. Don't on Sunday let the inner critic take the mic. Like I said, it's still Sunday, okay? You're not pushing yourself past exhaustion. We're not thinking you gotta be productive for productivity's sake. Honey, okay? This is a big week. So I'm gonna need you to pay attention. I'm gonna need you to take some notes. We have a lot going on. One of the big headlines is we have a new moon in Scorpio, and that is on November 20th. Yeah, November 20th. All of the new moons are super late right now in the season. If you're wondering why it's like almost into Sagittarius season. Okay, before we get into that, it's just some high level planetary planning, things you need to know, and breaking it down into real life term, into those planetary prescriptions. On the 17th, the sun is going to trine Jupiter in the sky. And what this is going to mean for you is we're feeling Jupiter in Cancer, trine Sun in Scorpio. The divine feminine, honey, she's rising, she's alchemizing, she is smizing, dare I say. This is like a rare trine, and the emotional waves are going to be real. We're going to feel some powerful, intuitive, influential women coming out and shaping some shit in the collective level. But on your personal life, let your truth pour out. Let yourself collaborate with another woman. Let your intuition guide you. Let yourself feel into like some powerful matriarchy vibes, okay? Think about collaboration over competition, vulnerability as a strength, not a liability. Think about intuition over influence, pleasure over pressure, honey, creation over commodification. And on that same day, the sun is going to trine Saturn. So there's a lot happening. This is just like the vibe is going to be about calm, disciplined. We're responding, we're not reacting. We're feeling those feelings, but we're taking our time with the actions. Okay. So just as we start off the week, heads up. Then one of the bigger headlines, this is like maybe like, above the fold kind of a headline. On the 18th, Mercury is been in retrograde, right? Since the 9th, but Mercury has been retrograde in Sagittarius, the sign of the truth teller. As we noticed last week, Mercury is going to retrograde back into Scorpio and stay there November 18th to the 29th. So Mercury is backsliding to Scorpio, and this means that all the Mercury retrogrades now, Mercury retrograde vibes, are getting dialed up into the scorpionic frequency, which means like we're feeling things below the surface. Secrets are coming out big time now. We're going to the emotional depth. Things from our intuition from the past might be coming up. We might be feeling like mystery mode, intimacy, like, ooh, I don't know. We're going deep with this, right? We're gonna think, yeah, trust right now. Trust in ourselves. Trust to see like what move are we gonna make? Something from the past is coming up, something is getting resurfaced, excavated. And I want you just to think about like how can you trust your intuition to guide you? Not a fear, not paranoia, not other people's projections. If you want to make the most of this, we're going to think about the next day. Mercury is going to oppose Uranus. This is like lightning bolt. There's a lot of lightning bolts happening. I should have put that in the opener. This is like aha, eureka moment. Uranus and Taurus is unpredictable. So this is going to be like downloads, again, probably more shockwaves in the news this whole week. We're going to have a lot more building off of last week. But this is like, for you, it might feel like chaos when it happens, but see, what is the connection in that? What is the divine direction, protection? What is the information that might be coming from that? We always know Mercury retrograde is a time of finding the messages in the mess, right? Finding the oracle moments in the chaos. And this day, let's just say the messages might be coming through fast and hard, okay? And this day is also going to give a lot of psychic energy because Mercury retrograde is also going to be trining Neptune. So this is like 1-800 phone a psychic, but you are the psychic, okay? You are the Miss Cleo. You are in the moment of like your subconscious is going to be bubbling up messages, whether that's creative blocks, maybe unblocked. You'll be feeling like ahas. You might just be like connecting dots. And we're like, oh, okay, beautiful mind shit's happening. So trust all of that. Don't act on it. Like Mercury, Neptune energy sometimes is like you're under the influence. But again, write it down, document it, ground it. On the 20th, this is what I say in the big headline for the week. This is the Scorpio new moon of the year. So I want you to pay attention, especially like my fixed signs, my Scorpios, my Tauruses, my Leos, my Aquariuses. This is a gold making moon for you. This is the alchemical moon. This is like if you've been doing your shadow work, it's going to pay the fuck off because the next 6 months have the potential for you to bloom and blossom in a way you never have before because you took all that shit and you fertilized it and you turned it to new energy. And now your garden, the soil you're planting these seeds under this new moon, it's like unprecedented fruits that can come from this. So if you haven't done your shadow work, Please do it before this new moon or around this new moon in conjunction with your manifesting. And then call me, text me, DM me to thank me later. This is a new moon that might be asking you, look at the Scorpio part of your chart, or look at something in your life that feels really heavy and stuck. There's a new door opening. There's a new way of being, but you gotta face it head on. You gotta, the only way out is through, as they say. Do not fake the positivity. Do not fake it till you make it here. Do not put on a smile and a happy face and be like, everything's okay. Be like, no, feel into the rage, into the stuckness, into the anger, into the pissed offness, into the resentment, whatever it is, and be like, enough is a fucking enough, to that, okay? And I want you to really sit with honesty. Scorpio requires and demands your full, whole ass self and your full honest self. You can acknowledge where you're scared to change. Sometimes being stuck and unhappy can feel safer because you figured out how to survive there than manifesting a new story, a new chapter, a new outline. So acknowledge that, sit with it. If you want support, we're going to be doing a live new moon call and a ceremony and a lot of sacred yapping and connecting and answering questions and space holding through our Cosmic RX Plus premium community in the Luniverse. So if you want to join us for a new moon call, sign up before then. We'll be gathering live. We'll also have a replay. There's so many other resources available to you there. But this is it. This is a big new moon for change, okay? And again, it's really going to be hinged upon doing some shadow work. On the same day, we're also getting ready for the secrets to be unearthed, to have more divine revelations, downloads, because this is also the Sun Kazemi Day. This is where the Sun swallows Mercury up halfway through Mercury retrograde. Big ahas, downloads, introspections, old situations coming up, things resurfacing, right? Excavation, things being brought to the light. I would expect some kind of big clarity. Pay attention to the things, the information you get this day. Pay attention to the new pieces of data you get this day, okay? And just let it all land slowly. We're not in a rush to do anything about it. Mercury's still retrograde, but we are got it, received. And then on the 21st, the Sun is going to oppose Uranus, which is just going to be more. All I'm going to say is don't poke the bear. Don't poke the trolls. We're going into the holiday season now. Don't poke that cousin who likes to debate everything. This is a day where there's just going to be a lot of shock waves, power struggles could arise. How to make good use of this is do something where you can have some breakthrough energy. Pay attention to the ideas you get in the shower. Go for a walk. Paint. Do something that gets you out of the busy mode so you can go into receiving mode for some big ideas. I say that also because the Sun is going to be trining Neptune, and this is a day of magic, creativity, intuition on high alert. And then that takes us into when the Sun moves into Sagittarius. So this is the beginning of Sag season, November 21st, officially. So happy birthday to all my natal Sagittarius, all my auspicious archers. I love Sagittarius season. And I do say, if you're listening to this, you still have the time to take his advice. However deep you go during Scorpio season is how high you can fly during Sagittarius season. So go into the depths, right? The treasure you most deeply seek is in the caves you are probably avoiding. And then if you go there, Sagittarius season will zoom you out. And now this is the season of visionary energy, higher dreaming. It's big picture time, right? It's what is the next dream I want to dream? Where am I being called to break free, to see something in a new perspective, to shake up my beliefs? And the day after the Sun moves into Sag, we have, again, Mercury trine Saturn. We have a Mercury trine Jupiter. So it's a lot of Mercury, a lot of big ideas. See maybe the steps you can take to make the big picture happen, or getting some auspicious connections. Again, ideas, chance meetings, things that drop into the inbox. There's a lot of alignment. So I just want you to pay attention to what's happening around this time, okay? And, stay tuned here. This week is big. November is so big. This year is just so crazy. And we're in the home stretch of it. And 2026 is going to offer us more of the same of this year. And I don't say that in a way that's meant to seem scary. I mean it to say, pay attention to what's happening right now. If you're being called to make a change, put up a boundary, pivot, transform, burn it all down, build something new. It's not random. And honestly, it's just gonna keep knocking at your door. So the sooner you face it head on, the sooner you can start having fun with it. And I know from whence I speak because I've been there, okay? And here's what I want to leave you with. You are in a season, and this is why you're here listening to this. You are in a season of deep inner recalibration. You are in a season, you are on the cusp of some huge ass transformation. None of this is random. And everything I'm talking about with the planets, I break this down for you so you can know how supported you are. This is happening as above, so below. What's happening in the planets isn't making this happen to you, but it's showing you the roadmap of how to get through to it, right? How to make the breakdown a breakthrough, how you can slow down enough to feel it, to trust it, to trust you, your inner teacher, to trust your pace, trust your timing, to trust the new chapter that you are calling in. And I always feel called to say, too, that part of why I work with astrology is so you can trust your unique timing, your unique cycles. You are not behind. I don't care what anyone says. I will pop someone who says otherwise. You are not behind. You are becoming, and you operate in divine timing. Okay? So, what is Mama Maddie going to say? I love you. I fucking believe in you. You are the bad bitches with the good hearts who this world so needs right now to step up. And I need you to do it in your whole ass self. That's why I'm going to be on your ass every week to stop hiding, stop dimming your lights, stop saying yes when you mean no, and choose to create your life on purpose and with purpose. Okay, so I will see you next week. And until then, I'm wrapping you in big ass hugs and I'm sending you blessings, pew, 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 for some big ass checks and hot fulfilling toe crawling sex. Until next week. Mwah.
Do you love getting your Cosmic RX for the week here and want more? Make sure to sign up for our premium subscription so you can get exclusive access to bonus podcast episodes, all of my astrology info for the month ahead, and live new and full moon calls to help you manifest your dream life with an intentional international community of other cosmic baddies. Sign up through our link in show notes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to know more about Cosmic RX, head on over to thecosmicrx.com. And if you really love this show, I'd love it if you left a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. I super love hearing from you and reading your reviews. All right, you cosmic baddie, tune in next week. And until then, remember, love yourself fully, work your magic, and take no shit.